You don't come here to see me, do you? You come here to discover yourself. When you look at me, it should be like looking at yourself. And when you hear me, it should be like you're hearing yourself. As long as you cannot hear your own voice in mine, as long as you cannot see your own reflection in my face, as long as you cannot feed your own words in mine, till then you will have to come over here, and that too repeatedly.
Acharya Ji, I have come here from Dehradun and people have sent their greetings. By the way, my question is related to today's young generation. My mind is a little confused right now. It's about today's generation's pre-wedding shoot and live-in relationship. I'm not too much acquainted with this topic, but I heard that the youngsters are into it nowadays. And I have so many thoughts in my mind about where this generation is heading towards and at what level. And it seems that spirituality is not strong enough to stop these things. So I would like you to guide us in this matter.
They would not do all of these if their spirituality was weak.
I mean, the children are deprived of it.
Please understand, whatever they have been doing, even that is directed towards achieving their own spiritual goals. What you were talking about right now is about the mutual relationship between a boy and a girl, whether it is a live-in or a pre-wedding. When a boy and a girl get attracted towards each other blindly, behind that, there's an underlying motive to achieve their own spiritual goals. Just their chosen path is wrong. That's why they won't achieve their goal. He said, in human beings, men, women, a boy and a girl, they run after each other with so much lust. Have you seen this thing in any other species? That means this lust is not at all natural. We need to understand this. There are so many multiple varieties of species around you. You can see cows, you can see dogs, all of them are found in the city along with so many other birds. There are so many animals in the forest, we know about them as well. Take any animal or any bird or any species. Have you ever seen the kind of sexual perversion that you see in human beings in any other species? Have you ever seen? They have their own periods. They have a specific mating time, that is when the intercourse takes place, and that's it. And once that happens, they hardly get attracted towards each other. They become a bit indifferent. There is a particular specific time for them, and even during that specific time, you will find a specific particular sexual intensity in them. They will stay within that. They will not go beyond that or below that. Everything in them is limited as well as periodic in nature. Periodic means it has a fixed duration, and limited means the amount of the sexual act performed during that time. Even that act has a specific limit. So this is an act that's provided by the nature, which is periodic and limited as well. This is the amount of lust that nature grants you, not more than that. We might think that if we remove all the restrictions, then we will become natural again, then he will be busy with sexual activities all throughout the year. No, it's not like that. No animal does like that. Even the humans won't do despite being completely naturally. Then where does this insanity is lust coming from? Definitely not from the nature. Had this insanity come from the nature, it would have been limited. This is the product of your mind. Your mind seeks spiritual peace, which the mind is not getting. And where it is looking for peace, it is looking for it in the opposite sex. A girl feels that she would find peace in the company of a boy, and the boy feels that he will find peace in the company of a girl. And it's not that they're aware about this. There may be a boy who is very excited and is running madly behind those girls. Now, if you try and tell him that you're choosing those girls for peace, the boy will tell you that I know what I want. Or the boy will ask you, who is this girl Shanti? It's not that he's aware about it, but we do have the proof. If the sexual urge in the human beings was completely natural, then it would have been limited, as it is limited in all the other species. But ours is unlimited. The lust inside us seems to be never ending. So the reason should be something else. And the fact is that human is the only animal who is actually spiritually thirsty. But then there's lack of knowledge as well. Now the thirst is spiritual, but we do not know what this thirst is for because of lack of knowledge. They don't know. Then what do? We try to quench that thirst by finding anything to bring from anywhere. Do you remember kerosene? What? That you're thirsty, but since you don't know why you're thirsty, you're drinking kerosene. A girl brings kerosene in the form of a boy, and the boy drinks kerosene in the form of a girl, and they're drinking non-stop. And the more you drink kerosene, the more you feel thirsty, and that's its property. After drinking some, you'll feel like you need more because you feel more thirsty. And you're totally unaware that instead of reducing the thirst, it is actually increasing it. You will never find that girl that you always keep on desiring. Keep chasing it throughout your life. Now you're asking for a living, but I totally refuse it. You're a cultured person, go and get married. Will even that quench your thirst? You may say that a boy is flirting around with 5 girls or a girl is flirting around with 5 boys. I'm saying there's no need to flirt with 5, flirt with only one, but will even that quench your thirst? People nowadays talk about increasing homosexuality, and I advise them against homosexuality. You can even try heterosexuality, but can even that quench your thirst? But it's not about putting any restrictions or control on sex or privating certain things. Do you really think that's the solution? That is never going to be a solution. Like having cultural sex is not a solution. No, it won't solve your problems. First, you need to understand who you are and what exactly you want. Who are you and what do you want? It's not that only this current generation has this problem. Those who lacked knowledge always had this perversion. I mean, our ancestors too, and even their parents. The only difference is whatever the current generation is doing, they're doing openly. But parents lacked courage, so they did it secretly. There was a guy who I came across who was to be abusing everybody openly. Then I conned him. Have your parents taught you this? He said, yes, my parents only have taught me this. He said, my parents abuse each other at home only, but not outside their home. Because people outside consider them matured ones. But at home, his father abuses his mother in the worst possible way. And the mother reciprocates his father by abusing his father. Abusing is normal at my home. That's where I learned it from. So this is not limited to the current generation. The basic design of a human being is such that he is a born corrupt. The humans are the most unfortunate one amongst all the species on the earth. The amount of struggles that we go through within, no bird, no duck, no fish or any other animal never goes through that struggle. All of them live with a lot of peace. Just try and observe a cow once after she has finished her meal. You will find that she enjoys the moment peacefully. You will never find a human being like this. Okay, leave these tame animals aside and consider some deadly wild animals like cheetah or lion or tiger. Even in their case, they'll be resting peacefully after meals. Even if you cross them from a close vicinity, possibly they won't even get up. They don't care about anything. Absolutely carefree. Mentally, they are always at ease, unlike the humans. We are anointed, and that is the reason why we are born as humans. This is a curse. And this is the very curse which is exhibited when two opposite genders belonging to this species chase each other all the time. The man is after the woman is after the man. This is the effect of that curse. You have been cursed that you will take birth in the form of a human and you will keep chasing the opposite gender throughout your life like this, absolutely non-stop. And despite that, you will actually achieve nothing. Yes, you may be able to give birth to children, but even those children will do the chasing. Are you getting my point? It's okay. What can you say now? What will a couple achieve while living together without getting married? Even they will keep banging their heads against each other. What's so special about it? Actually, the married ones envy the people who are in a live-in relationship. In my opinion, they don't need to be envious like this. The people who are in live-in relationships are also undergoing the same struggle and confrontation and destruction. This too is de facto. They become a couple, and the court has also endorsed it now. The court has also openly said that if a couple is living together, and that too from a long period of time, then they must be considered a couple legally, regardless of whether they are married or not. Because their behavior is exactly like husband and a wife. There's no difference. They also keep a watch on each other. A couple means nothing but torturing each other. Yes, they do. Both of them are at par with it. Now that you're torturing each other so much, you're already couple. What's the big deal? Jokes apart, but why do you torture each other? Actually, you were looking for something else in that woman. Whatever you may call it, either a goddess or a supreme god, you needed utmost peace. The arithmetic, the superior that you are hunting for in that particular female, you would never get it over there. You will get frustrated because you wouldn't get it over there, and you will become wild. Because you have something on your mind when you brought her home, but that woman will not fulfill your desire ever. And the woman too goes through the same. She also thinks that she will get the supreme, the almighty, for attain the utmost peace in the form of a partner or husband. Now the man who is outright stupid wouldn't be able to offer anything to that female. That idiot, you're calling him the supreme. And once you realize after a few months or a year, you feel cheated. He's an idiot. Now what will you do? Where will you take out your frustration? A frustrated woman? She will torture her husband and will keep doing it all her life. Now this torture is there because of her lack of knowledge. And in such cases, the other person or the partner is at no fault who you may not like at all. In this, your partner is not at all at fault. He never claimed that he would be your god, did he? You only started dreaming about it. Am I making myself clear? Another example is this pre-wedding shoot. The films have taught you that by doing all these things, you will become happy. So you simply do it. Who knows, it might bring happiness. Let's try this option also. Since you people are from Dehradun and Rishikesh, you must have seen a lot of such activities. The most ancient thirst of the human being is simply being exhibited in distorted forms. These are deformities. All of us just want that param, which is the ultimate. Everybody wants it. But then, because there is a lack of knowledge, we look for that particular thing in pre-wedding photo shoots or some other activities, or in the marriage celebrations, or maybe by celebrating the honeymoon in Siberia. Honeymoons are best enjoyed in cold, right? That's how it works. Are you getting my point? But it is very difficult to explain, let alone the young ones, even the adults, let alone the adults, even an old man who is about to die. It is difficult to explain to him too that you will not get that thing that you're seeking in that woman. And even the women are in the same state. It is even more difficult to explain it to them, that you wouldn't get it from him. But she feels that he is the supreme. He is not. But the women will never believe. But she thinks that it is hidden somewhere inside him. A woman came to me and asked, if God exists in everybody, then why not in my husband? Why are you repeatedly saying that God is not inside him? God exists everywhere, why not in my husband? I said he exists. All the best. I have nothing to do with it. They have such a massive collection of all the gods at our home only. All these modular forms of bottom yang. Your wife is the goddess, and husband is the super god, and we consider parents as gods anyway. Then why do you need spirituality now? Now, when the entire fatality of God is available at your place, what is the use of spirituality, reading Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads? Tell me why. Your home has all of this.